At the brilliant dawn of the African savanna, where nature proudly displays its power and beauty. The most powerful predators on Earth awaken, ready for fierce battles on the battlefield. The wildlife of the strongest warriors of the savanna is a relentless struggle to assert dominance and ensure survival. Here, the strength and fighting skills of predators are used not only for hunting, but also as weapons to fight for control over territory and resources against enemies, rivals, and even members of their own groups. Welcome to the African savanna, the deadly battlefield of the ultimate predators. Under the brilliant sun of the African savanna, where gentle winds sweep across the plains, a mysterious creature has survived for millions of years, the cheetah, Synonyx jubatus. Belonging to the puma family within the cat lineage, the cheetah is the fastest land animal, a symbol of patience and survival skills in the harsh savanna environment. Fossils of the cheetah have been found in East and Southern Africa, dating back around 3.5 to 3 million years, with 4 subspecies originating from Africa and the Middle East. Cheetahs inhabit diverse environments such as the Serengeti, the Sahara Desert, and Rocky Mountain areas, all ideal for high-speed chases. Their bodies are perfectly designed for speed, reaching up to 112 kilometers per hour. With a slender build, flexible spine, and 7 to 8 meter stride length, they accelerate from 0 to 96 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds. Strong muscles in the hind legs provide powerful thrusts, while their semi-retractable claws, reflected in the name Synonyx, meaning fixed claws, offer extra grip. Their long tail helps maintain balance during sharp turns. Masters of the hunt, cheetahs have a success rate of about 40%. They mainly hunt at dawn or dusk, choosing their prey carefully, often Thompson's gazelles, impalas, or hares. Their spotted coat and distinctive black tear marks under the eyes provide camouflage and reduce glare. Approaching silently, they strike with a powerful leap to bring down their prey. After the hunt, they drag the kill to a secluded spot to rest, avoiding theft by larger predators. In this harsh world, cheetahs have developed a flexible social structure. Females tend to live solitary lives, interacting only when necessary. Males often form small coalitions of 2 to 3 individuals, usually brothers. These alliances help them control territory, support hunting, and defend themselves. This social bond vividly echoes the biblical teaching. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. If one falls, the other will lift him up. Adult cheetahs live mostly solitary lives, but sometimes form small coalitions to face predators and defend territory. Although rare, this cooperation brings great benefits in hunting and survival. Their quiet yet challenging lives are a testament to extraordinary adaptability. Each individual is an independent warrior but knows how to skillfully use vigilance to survive. When the cubs grow up, the mother leaves them to live solitary lives, a smart strategy to optimize resources and protect the next generation. Unlike other big cats known for loud roars, cheetahs communicate with soft sounds like purring, chirping, or bird-like calls. These sounds help them avoid attention, fitting their stealthy hunting lifestyle. Body language also plays an important role in communication. Gestures such as grooming or carrying the cub in the mouth express protection and sacred maternal love, much like how we guide our children with love and protect them through every step of life. When two cheetahs meet, they may rub noses or touch heads, like a handshake or a smile, symbolizing the connection and love that God teaches us. However, the cheetah is not always gentle. When defending territory or competing for mates, it becomes fierce, growling or emitting low hisses. These confrontations are brief but tense. In moments of tension, gestures and sounds become tools of defense, much like how we protect our families and faith against life's challenges. Within a group, competition is inevitable. Battles for territory or mates are a dance of instinct, where every leap and bite is precise. The strongest cheetah, with experience and confidence, knows that brute strength alone is not the key, but patience and strategy maintain power. When the fight begins, two cheetahs rush at each other, biting necks and shoulders. The goal is not to kill, but to prove dominance. The stronger forces the rival to retreat and claim leadership. But beyond victory, this duel is a test of intellect granted by God to every creature ruling this planet. Territory is a precious asset. When intruders appear, males in the coalition unite, using bites and powerful strikes to drive the foe away. Yet the savanna is a harsh survival ground. Cheetahs lose 13 to 14% of their prey to larger predators like lions and leopards. In places like the Serengeti, cub survival rates are only around 17%, as enemies threaten not just their food but their very lives, especially after exhausting chases. When facing the leopard, a predator with sharp claws and cold eyes, the cheetah does not flee immediately. It crouches low, mouth wide open with a threatening hiss, ears erect, eyes locked on the opponent. This is the final stance of a warrior, a declaration that it will fight, if necessary, to protect its prey, and more importantly, the small lives it has nurtured. However, when the enemy is a pack of numerous hyenas or African wild dogs hunting with ruthless teamwork, the cheetah finds itself in a desperate situation. These confrontations rarely end well for the cheetah. Overwhelmed by numbers and coordinated strength, it is forced to abandon the hard-earned prey after hours of hunting. This retreat is not a failure, but a wise choice. Life, at its core, is a series of unavoidable sacrifices, a noble act, just as Jesus taught, knowing when to let go, and to endure for something greater, for survival and the future. Around 8:55 p.m., the savanna begins to change. The brilliant golden light fades, giving way to the mystical purple-blue hues of night. At 9:04 p.m., as stars rise high, the leopard, the silent predator, steps out of the shadows. Panthera pardus needs no announcement of its presence. It appears like smoke, a whisper in the wind, embodying agility, endurance, and a deadly beauty that God crafted with both wisdom and mystery. Ancestors of the leopard have existed for 3.5 million years, leaving their mark across Africa and Asia. They symbolize extraordinary adaptability, surviving through millions of years of planetary upheaval. On the savanna, they are not just predators, but an essential part of the balance, preventing prey populations from exploding. Its golden coat speckled with black spots is more than just beauty, it's perfect camouflage. Weighing between 30 and 90 kilograms, with a body length up to 1.5 meters, plus a long, graceful tail that maintains perfect balance on high branches. The leopard's body seems divinely designed for perfection, flexible, strong, skillful. Its muscular front legs can drag prey 3 times its weight up a tree, not just to eat, but to store and protect from opportunists like lions or hyenas. Unlike the cheetah, which relies on lightning speed, the leopard is a master of patience. It hides in the bushes, quietly watching every move of its prey. When the moment comes, it strikes with a thunderous pounce, sinking its fangs into the neck or nape, the fatal spot. The bite exerts up to 470 pounds per square inch, giving the prey no chance. After the kill, the leopard doesn't rush to eat. It drags the carcass up a tree, quietly savoring its meal in absolute solitude. This act is intelligence, a strategic instinct given by God, not just to survive, but to live in a world full of dangers. Though solitary, the leopard is not silent. It communicates with roaring, hissing, and growling, a language for kin, rivals, and its young. It leaves scent marks, scratches, and silent signals to map invisible boundaries and presence. When two males meet at a border, no words are needed. Then the fight erupts, not out of hatred, but survival, dominance, and the right to be the stronger. Sharp bites and heavy strikes shake the ground beneath them. But the battle doesn't last long. One will retreat, not out of cowardice, but knowing that injury means death. The wisdom God bestowed on this species prevents them from taking pointless risks. The victor stands silently, without roar or boast, watching the loser withdraw and continue its path through the dark savanna night. Spotted hyenas are professional scavengers, responsible for up to 50% of the cases where they steal prey from leopards. They don't act alone, but come in groups, stalking and quickly surrounding the leopard while it's eating. In a blink, greed turns into strategy, forcing the leopard to make a life or death choice. Hold on to the meal with all its skills, or give up to save its life. An act that might seem cowardly, but deeply embodies the spirit of sacrifice taught by God. Not every battle needs to be won, but choosing the right fight is essential to survive. African wild dogs are another nightmare. They don't need to steal because their tightly coordinated pack hunting skills make even the leopard rarely dare to confront them. When trapped, the leopard will leap up into the tree branches, where sharp claws like knives and a flexible body, a gift from God, save it from the jaws of fiercely hunting predators. But the most formidable enemy is the lion, the proud king of the savanna. Over 20% of leopard deaths are caused by lions. Although not skilled climbers, a lion can still steal prey if the leopard is not quick enough. In such perilous moments, the leopard must choose: surrender the catch, retreat into the shade of tall trees, or fight to keep what's theirs, paying the price in blood. In these moments, the climbing ability, a miraculous gift from God, becomes the savior. The leopard escapes high above, leaving behind the roar and fiery gaze of the lion, the undisputed ruler of the land. A lion's roar carries up to 8 kilometers, not just a declaration of power, but also a message of faith. I am here, protecting my territory and my species. This call reassures lionesses, makes smaller creatures bow and hide, and warns all challengers. In the thick darkness of the savanna night, a pride of lions gathers like a family. They touch heads, lick backs, and rub noses, gentle gestures among warriors ready to die for each other. This bond, much like the love and loyalty God teaches, becomes their strength against every challenge. When the pack of hyenas appears, smelly and hungry, they show no fear of the lioness tired from a night of hunting. They rush in, biting, growling, and teasing, waiting for the perfect moment to steal the prize. But when the deep roar of the male lion echoes, its massive figure striking like thunder, the hyenas immediately scatter. A sacred wrath rises. The king needs no crown, just his roar and presence, to uphold the order that God established at the dawn of creation. The lion, symbol of power and majesty, is the embodiment of the kingdom God appointed at the top of the food chain. Hyenas, though lacking flashy beauty, possess intelligence, persistence, and a remarkable spirit of unity, a natural challenge posed to the lion's reign, testing whether the throne is truly worthy of being kept forever. When the male lion appears, his thick mane burning like fire in the night wind, his roar shatters the silence, echoing all the way to the horizon. The hyenas are no longer silent shadows. They surround, howl, and step by step, test the lion's patience to its limit. This is no longer a fight over food. It is a trial by fire for the throne. There will be times when the lion is wounded and tired. There will be times when the hyenas must flee with torn ears and bloodied bodies. But no one truly wins forever. The savanna holds no place for eternity, only cycles of life and death, where every creature fights not only to survive, but to hold on to the meaning of existence that God has granted them. Although they cannot confront lions directly, lords ruling by muscle strength and majestic gait, spotted hyenas survive and thrive thanks to evolved intelligence, strict social discipline, and sharp instincts. Crocuta, the spotted hyena, is the largest and most prominent member of the hyena family, a creature half mysterious, half fearsome, always present in the fading light of African grasslands. Their ancestors once roamed across Africa and Eurasia, leaving fossil traces dating back 10 to 14 million years. Today, spotted hyenas are perfectly adapted to the harsh environment where death lurks constantly and strength is not always the deciding factor for survival. The hyena's jaws are a masterpiece of creation. With a bite force up to 1,000 psi, they can crush large bones without hesitation. Unlike lions or cheetahs who eat only the meat, hyenas digest the entire carcass, from skin, tendons, and bones to cartilage, turning themselves into tireless, biological recycling plants within the food chain. When a pack of hyenas tears apart a kill, nothing remains but blood-stained dust and satisfied growls. They are not as fast as cheetahs, but remarkably persistent. Their long and powerful front legs allow them to travel tens of kilometers each day to patrol territory or hunt, especially when it's cool or during twilight. Every hunt is a tactical calculation. Approach from afar, stalk, isolate, exhaust, then attack. Antelopes, zebras, even buffalo can all become meals if the pack is large enough and timing is right. What makes hyenas special is not just strength or endurance, but their strict matriarchal social structure, where females rule completely. The alpha female is the leader, bigger, stronger, and with exclusive mating rights to the chosen males. Female hyenas inherit high levels of testosterone even in the womb, which helps them develop stronger muscles and dominant behaviors over males. When prey is caught, the alpha female eats first, and no one dares to challenge her. The greeting ritual begins. Subordinates bow their heads, lick the leader's lips, then are allowed near the carcass. Those who ignore this protocol are growled at, chased away, or even excluded from the feast. However, power is not eternal. When a young, strong, ambitious female appears, she may challenge the alpha. The battle often starts with locked stares and low growls, quickly escalating into a deadly fight in the grass, where the victor rises to the throne and the loser is cast to the bottom of the social ladder. But the harshest trials for hyenas come not from within, but from outside, especially from lions, their eternal rivals. When the two strongest predators of the savanna clash, there is no compromise. Battles erupt around kills, where greed, strategy, and strength crash like thunder under the open sky. When a lone lioness approaches a carcass, hyenas may surround, use harassment tactics, growl, charge then retreat to distract. But if a male lion appears, large, muscular, and radiating overwhelming power, the hyenas retreat immediately. They know their limits and choose another time to return, not because they are cowardly, but because they are warriors of the night, patient, cautious, always waiting for the right moment. When facing a pride of lions, especially groups of hunting lionesses, hyenas do not retreat immediately. They gather in large numbers, howling loudly like a symphony of death. A pack of 15 to 30 hyenas can threaten and even force lions to give up, especially when hungry and determined. There are battles where both sides suffer losses, chases that stretch for kilometers, and battlefields left only with broken bones, spilled blood, and chaotic footprints imprinted on the earth. In the savanna, no one rules forever. There is no good or evil, only survival. And in the darkness, when the lion's roar has faded, the eerie laughter of hyenas rises, an eerie, mocking sound, as if reminding the mighty, "You may be king, but I am the survivor." But the greatest threat does not come from claws or darkness. It comes from creatures armed with guns, concrete, and fences, humans. Humans, also created by God, but who forget that this world is not theirs alone. They push hyenas out of their ancestral lands, slicing the savanna with asphalt roads and electric fences. They cause climate change, droughts, wildfires, and with every fire, every new road, a part of the natural Bible burns away. Yet there is still hope. There are still those who hear that howl, not with ears, but with their hearts. There are reserves, wildlife protectors, indigenous communities who understand that life is sacred. They work with biologists, theologians, believers, to preserve not just a species, but a symbol. Because hyenas are not just creatures. They are witnesses, living parables, reminders that life, even wild, even harsh, can still reflect the light of God. And in every battle they fight, every sacrifice for their pack, every howl calling to one another, we hear one thing, that the kingdom of God is not only in heaven, but also here, among the golden savanna, in the hearts of creatures who know love, forgiveness, and living for one another.